Hello friends, welcome back. So this video is a continuation of my previously discussed topic SQL Server Integration Services, Introduction to SSIS and DTSX packages. So in this video, I'll be giving a demo of another SSIS package where I'll be using other task. If you remember, I used the data flow task and the script task in my last examples. So today I'll be focusing on other tasks and uh, I'll be using the Adventure Works database for reference. So before I get started, I'll want to give my viewers a context of the database and the query that I will be using. So I managed to download the Adventure Works database from the internet. So I have the OLTP database with me. So this has many schemas. So I will be considering only the human resources part of it. So it so happens that there are employees and there are hierarchical relationship between the employees. So employees have managers and there are several managers reporting under them. So I have a stored procedure. It's an inbuilt stored procedure. I did some modification in it. So this is the get employee. So if I just execute it, so I'll be getting for a particular manager the list of employees reporting under him. So as you can see, this is this is the list of employees who are also managers to other employees. So they are reporting under this particular entity ID 3. I won't be using this stored procedure in my example. So instead I'll be using two SQL. So one that fetches the manager details and the other that fetches all the employees reporting under that manager. So and will be this manager will be receiving an email notification that will have a subject and will comprise of the all the employees reporting under him. So I'll start with the package development. I'll search for integration service project. Yes. So I'll name it as integration services part 2. So my development environment ready. So to start with, I'll declare some variables and also add a connection manager. So I'll start with some basic variables, that is what I required. Mostly the variables will be like string data type. So in the real environment, I'll be although I'm not hard coding most of the things here. In the real environment, uh, a user can load variable values from an XML file. So basically, there is a package configuration wizard from where this can be done. So I'm almost done. So I'll just add the last variable. So this variable will be of type object. I'll later on explain, why what these variables are used for. But this is the list that I'll be using. So I'll create a connection manager, a OLEDB connection. So I'll use AdventureWorks. I created it previously. I'll use a sequence container. The first task that I'll be starting with is the execute SQL task. Now, I won't be using data flow task because my requirement is nothing to do with creating a flat file or anything like that. But in the real world scenario problems, you will be using data flow task, and you can find my previous video where I had explained what data flow task and what we can do. Execute SQL task is a task where you can execute a particular SQL statement or a stored procedure, and you can do some operation, like when you are starting a stored procedure, or you are starting a particular SSIS package as an entry to audit log tables, which are used for monitoring purpose. This is very much useful, and it's also used for fetching record set from stored procedure, or whatever be the source. So this is a very handy task. Just remember the execute SQL task and the data flow task. These two tasks are the most important task when you will be creating big SSIS packages. So I'll go to the design window of it. I'll select the connection manager, and I'll be fetching a single row of my manager's details. So I'll make the result set as single row. I'll select my source. So one more thing, before I missed one variable. So I explained nearly what exactly my SSIS package will do, but in brief, basically there will be a config entry, or right now I am hard coding a value into one of the variables. So the objective of this package is to just check for a role, that is a job title. I'll be using engineering manager in this example. So for that job title, I need the employee who is the manager, and the employees reporting under him. So he will get a mail, from that mail will be having all the employees reporting under him, and that's what the package is about. So I missed one variable, so I'll need another. Name it as job title. Okay, done. And code the value now. I configure my first SQL task. I'll name it to something more developer friendly, so I'll name it manager task. I'll choose the connection. The result set is going to be single row. I'll select the source SQL, update the SQL statement properties. So instead of the hard-coded value right now, so this will be from the parameter. So I will set the parameters. This will be the variable that I just now declared. The value type will be varchar, and the parameter value there is a property parameter name. So it is advised that we use the parameter names like indexes. So if you don't use index type values which gives indication of the precedence of the parameters, it's most likely that your SQL task will fail. Now trying to add the result set. So it will be as per the column names in the SQL. So my first column name is manager name. I'll choose the manager first name from my variable. Then that will be manager last name. And finally the manager email. My first task is done. Now for the managers, I need to now fetch all the employees reporting under him. So I'll need another SQL task for it. I'll extend the control from manager task to this one. That is, I'll name it as employee task. Select the SQL statement. Replace the value with the parameter. Add a parameter over here. So basically for that job title, I will be getting the manager ID and other details in the previous SQL statement. So the result set. This gives me all the like the business entity ID is very important here. I missed that, so I have to include it. So basically for the job title, I need the employee ID and the rest of the details. select the connection. I need the SQL from my source to replace the hard-coded value with the for the parameter. So check the manager ID. Put the parameter name as 0. And I forgot to do one thing, so the output of this will be a full result set, and this result set I will be putting the result set name as 0, and it will map to the object type variable that I had declared earlier. So that is done. So all I need to do right now is to iterate through all the employees who belong to that manager, who are reporting to that manager. So for this we have a very interesting task which is the for each loop container. Now before I begin to explain the for each loop container and use it in my example, I want to give some detail of what the for loop container is. So if you see the for loop container, okay, so this is used for iterating through a through a particular series. So like it has a starting event, like you can iterate from 0 till 10. So it has a starting, it has an ending, and it's not used for meant for collection. If I expand the for loop container, you will find that there is an initial expression, evaluation, and basically it's used for iterating through a particular loop, and you can do you can drag other kind of task inside it. So the for each loop container is again like the very much used, and this is used for iterating through a collection. So I'll be using it in my example. I'll drag the employee task control flow into the for each loop container, and I'll expand the for each loop container. I'll keep the name as it is. I'm not changing anything here. I will go to collection, and you will find that there are lots of enumerators available. So you can basically iterate through different kinds of collections. So some of the collections are like the for each item enumerator, for each file enumerator, where you can basically use this task to iterate through the different files in your particular folder. So for my example, you also have the variable enumerator. So for my example, I'll be using the ADO for each ADO enumerator, and I'll map it to my variable. And the enumeration mode, you see there's a rows in first table. So there are other, if your result set comprises of more than one table, you can choose the other options, but for my I'll need the rows in first table. So now comes the variable mapping part. So it will be like exactly like what the output of my query is. So I'll be mapping them. So it starts with the employee ID, then there is an organization node. Then there is first name and last name. I'll choose the last one, that's the recursion method. So I'm done with the for each loop container. So I'll be using a script task to basically iterate through this collection and update a variable, so that variable will be basically having all the details of the employees reporting under the manager, and at a later point of time that value will be used to send the mail to that manager. So this thing can be done entirely in a different way, but this small demo is just intended for freshers and people who are new to SSIS. So I'm keeping the tasks which can be very easily understood and can be implemented just for practice. So I'll use the script task, and I need a few read-only variables. So I'll need the I need the employee first name, the employee last name, the employee email, and that's it. And read write variables, I will just need the all employees. This variable use that script. Okay, I'll go to the main straight away. So I have to point to the read write variable. Need the by first name. And the employee email. So this has to be appended with a new line. That's it. So I've saved my script task. Okay, I've mentioned the V all implies in the read as well as the read write. My mistake. Okay, done. So the next comes the send mail task. Just for this example, I won't be using the send mail task. It's also pretty easy. In your organization, you will have the SMTP details, and those are not widely shared. But once you have those details, configuring the send mail task is pretty straightforward. But for this example, I will be using the script task. So again, like writing .NET code to basically send a mail. Um, so this mail is just like will be for the manager, and it will have all the details that I have included in that variable in the previous script task. So it will have a read-only variable, and also it will have the manager, few of the manager details. So just like manager email, manager first name, manager last name. That's it. So I am using one of my Google email account as a proxy. So to do that, you need to create an app password. It's not a very right approach, but this is just for this example. And the sendmail task, configuring the sendmail task is pretty easy. So I mean, ideally you should use it, and should try to avoid a script task, in scenarios like this. So here you need the system.net. For the sake of time, I saved code snippet for email sending earlier, so I'll use the same here. So I keep the from as something, and the manager email, and most of the things are really same. Some spelling mistakes. So this is my mail ID, and this is the passcode that was shared to me. So I'll be using that Gmail account as a proxy for this example. We can add some other some more details, like can make the body look more presentable, like can include some text here also. That's done. I'll run the SSIS package now.
Okay, so I'm expecting I will be receiving a mail. So let me check my mailbox. So check my mailbox. So I've received the mail. This is my mail. So thank you again, everyone, for watching this video. Thank you all for your patience. I'll try to make more videos and try to focus on other tasks and topics which will be beneficial for new learning employees and freshers. So thank you all.